Trapped Games, Grand Theft Auto, Vice City Stories. Originally released for the PSP in 2006, was also available on the PlayStation 2 in 2007. Unlike its companion game, Liberty City Stories, it has not found its way anywhere else, like onto modern cell phones. Vice City Stories is the earliest part of the Grand Theft Auto 3D universe, taking place in 1984, 2 years before the original Vice City. This game will never let you forget that it is the 80s, with the fashion and culture of the 80s exaggerated to comical proportions, and even the collection mission being 99 red balloons. In this game, you play as Victor Vance, who may or may not have died at the beginning of the original Vice City. He is a more tragic figure than the majority of Grand Theft Auto protagonists, as he is not a career criminal at the beginning of the story. He's a man serving in the United States Army, trying to get money for his brother's medical treatments. Early on, he finds himself betrayed by his commanding officer, and with no other real options, he finds himself descending into the criminal world of Vice City. But despite being forced into this life, Victor Vance is an ambitious man, and soon finds himself taking over the city, which leads to the unique gameplay elements of this game. In addition to the usual Grand Theft Auto gameplay of doing missions, stealing cars, and random acts of violence, there is a empire-building aspect to this game. A criminal empire, to be clear. You buy patches of land and can then build various criminal businesses onto the land in various levels. These criminal businesses will unlock missions unique to them, rewarding you with various bonuses for the business and for your character. But more than that, they will affect other things that are around the business. For example, if you open a protection racket, which doesn't make very much money, it will make attacks on your other businesses in the area less likely. Whereas other businesses, such as prostitution and drugs, make much more money, they are also much more likely to be attacked. At least until you've bought up all the land and have all the businesses, at which point there's no one left to attack you. But you won't be dealing with this empire building alone, as many characters from the original Vice City are along for the ride to help Victor. And for the most part, their stories in this game will inform how they appeared in the original Vice City. This game in many ways served as a prototype for what Grand Theft Auto would slowly change into, with its more tragic protagonist and slightly more serious story elements, or the business and empire-building mechanics returning for the online portion of Grand Theft Auto 5. This game clearly left an impact on what Grand Theft Auto is today. So why can't you play it today? It all comes down to the inclusion of one real-life celebrity who is in the game playing himself. Mr. Phil Collins. In order to port, remaster, or re-release this game in any way, Rockstar would need to negotiate a deal with Phil Collins for likeness rights. So if you needed more reason to hate Phil Collins, besides Susudio, here you go. And his inclusion was not just a cameo in one mission. Towards the end of the game, he shows up several times, meaning his removal from the game would cause problems. So, unless Rockstar wants to pay a lot of money, this game is never, ever coming out again. It stays trapped on the PlayStation Portable and PlayStation 2. Please do like, comment, subscribe, and tell your friends.
Need to get my car fixed up, Vic. Old girl ain't looking so good.